What's going on, guys? It's SG3. Today it is a different kind of episode, a different kind of conversation to talk about. Today we're talking about the life of JDF, the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, the Comic Con King.
Yeah.
We appreciate him for everything that he did. Black Ranger as well, and the Red Ranger too.
Red Ranger.
Lord Dracon.
Lord Dracon.
The Lord Ranger.
Whatever Ken just said in the background.
Right.
Yeah, you're right about that. Lone Ranger.
Again, I just want to say this me again, SG3 to the left of me. It is the old man. Go ahead, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you, JDF, for being such an awesome guy that we met before. And also, I got to pass it down to the man known as during modern day LL Cool J, Zach the Mac.
Yeah, that's right. It's your boy, Zach the Mac here. We'll go off on positive notes on JDF. You know, you will be missed, man. We're thinking about you constantly. Hope you like the setup. I know you're, looking down on it, looking beautiful, trying to make you proud, man. Pass it on to the hostess here.
That's right.
The host that don't know the hostess.
The hostess that knows the mostest.
You don't
Okay,
know the
everybody?
hostess?
Yes, the
You don't
most.
know his left from his right.
Well, thank you guys for joining us to be To The Kid, everybody here on 216 Tonight. We appreciate all you guys tuning in today. It is a special episode, as you guys, the rest of the rejects said. We're gonna do a nice little first half here, in honor for Mr. JDF. You're remembering an icon, a legend, a freak king, like SG3 said, the king of the Comic Con. I mean, literally the best dude you can ever meet in life. One of the guys that you would want to have as one of your guys.
We had a conversation with him, and he was super chill.
Super chill, fantastic.
He wasn't like high and mighty, like to the point where it was, oh, dude, I'm a celebrity. Like, don't speak to me. You got to talk to my publicist.
Exactly.
Like, dude, just talk to me. I'm a human like you.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Before we jump into that rundown report, everybody, just a shout out on the rundown report. Black Adam is now available on DVD and digital platforms. So you guys tune in over there and make sure you watch it because it looks like Zach the Mac saw it. It was released on 11/23/22. So
Yes.
let's go and see that one. All
Super
right.
great movie.
Exactly.
Must watch stuff, I think.
Very good. Very good. Now we're jumping back into the Memorial JDF. We wanted to do this Memorial, guys, real quick, the first half of the show to JDF because we were actually on a DM conversational level. He was going to be a guest host on our show, especially we got onto this platform a little bit while before that. We were going to have him on the podcast. Things didn't turn off schedule-wise because he had some personal stuff happening on his end. Then we had to, he had to redo everything again. He was going, refreshing himself for Legend of the White Dragon, doing the advertising for there. And then we're going to start the conversation back up again and see what he can do to come on here on this show with us. And, things turn out the wrong way. Sad news because that day was pretty weird, man. We woke up Sunday morning to a, the normal group chat for the rest of us.
Yeah.
And
we're all texting about football, I think. And then
we're getting ready for it.
And then
SG3 shares the news, does a question mark, and we all look at it and we're like, this has to be
I'm like, no way. No.
Yeah,
In my mind, I was like, no way. TMZ needs to check some facts, like
or something. Like
Yeah,
it was weird. Like it really.
It wasn't even TMZ that reported it. I think it was his best friend that reported first.
At first,
And
his
then
publicist,
and the best friend, and it was like, okay, when did this happen?
Right. And I was waiting for it's all fake news.
Yeah.
I was really waiting for someone or him himself to come on board and say, hey guys, crazy thing happened today. But just shout out, just let you guys know I'm alive and well, blah, blah, blah. But the more time just went on, the whole media platforms just started coming in.
I think it made more of an impact once he started seeing that the original Power Rangers started sharing it more. Like
Walter
he saw
Jones.
Walter Jones,
Right,
that's a post I shared right away.
Yep. Amy Jo Johnson, the original Pink Ranger there, didn't share anything until the next day.
Well, I think it hit her hard. Because,
that video that I saw of her really got to her. It really got me too. I mean, and the reason why we're doing a memorial because, like you said, we it's on a personal level. We did our random post trying to shout out for the Legend of the White Dragon that's coming out on Bat and Sun, and we just want to show some support on our end. You know what I mean? On our media outlet that we're doing on Instagram and stuff like that. And here he goes DMing us and asking questions like, hey, have we done an interview? And like, no, but we would love to do one. Yeah. All right, bet. What do you guys do? Is it live and stuff like that? Then he turned into a voice chat with them on Instagram. And then he's like, hey, do you guys go live? Do you guys do a pre-record or what do you guys do? at the time we were doing the podcast, pre-record at the moment.
Recorded.
And he's like, that's cool. Let's get some dates in. Let's shoot some dates. Here's my, I don't know if it's a publicist or a person who keeps it scheduled, whatnot. Talk with her real quick. She's gonna shoot you some dates, but in the meantime, let's talk it out. What do you guys do and all that kind of stuff, whatever. So in the midst of the conversation, that's just how down to earth he was.
Yeah,
we were. I mean, come on. We're in a sense we're not really up there in the echelon of the big kahunas and whatnot. No. But I mean,
not in the food chain. We're little fishies out there.
But the amount of
special
respect, McDonald's parking lot for God's sake.
Thank you.
Exactly.
But the amount of respect he shows to a random person like that is crazy.
Well, the thing about him most, what he did right there when he talked to you, like, have I been on your podcast? Have I been on your show?
Right.
When we said no because we're not out there yet.
Right.
For him to be like, oh, you're not out there. Let me help you get out there.
Exactly.
Like, that's what made him more special to me is the fact that his down to earth of, you don't have to worry about paying me. You don't have to worry about money.
Yep.
I just want to help you out.
That too. And that was one of the questions I asked. I was like, hey, JDF, is there like a certain fee? Do we have to, pay for? There's some. He giggled. He chuckled. He's like, nah, man, it's all good. He's like, I'm just here to do the show. I'm here to do the show with you. That's all. Show some love. I was like, bet.
We got a comment from Ken Jones, the producer. He said it was the same way for me when Kobe's news came out.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of numb and unbelievable.
Unbelievable to believe.
Definitely
and
numbing.
Like I think really too was just the fact that he was at a young age for all of us watching the Power Rangers TV show and everything like that. A hero on the screen.
It came out in what, 92?
92. I
92.
want to say 92, 93 when the Power Rangers came out.
I was barely old when I was watching it. That's all I remember.
Like one of my first encounters with him ever in life was watching cartoons early morning with Tony the Kid here. Nothing much to do in the morning, watching some stuff, and he's like, hey, remember we're gonna watch Power Rangers. And I believe the first ever costume I seen him was a Green Ranger episode. Exactly. I believe it was him.
The Green Ranger saga.
I believe so. Yeah,
and it's still one of the best ones out of all of them because I went in. There's 3 episodes of him coming out being the evil guy.
Yeah.
Then they save him, turn him into a good guy, and then he goes back to losing his powers, and then another 3 episodes. Like just the amount of impact he showed on the show as soon as he stepped foot on the show.
Not just that, but even when he leaves, he leaves the show. Every time he comes back, it has to have an impact because it's him.
Exactly.
Like Forever Red.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When he came back for Forever Red, you had all these other Rangers are calling everybody up.
Right.
When they finally called Jason David Frank is like at the beach and Bulk and Skull bring the phone to him like, oh, sir, here, this is for you, It just shows you who Tommy Oliver is as a character, how much of a powerful Red Ranger he was.
Yeah, he definitely stole the show.
Out of all of actors in general with the Rangers, sagas and stuff like that, he is by far the longest reigning and defending, you would at this point right now, champ when it comes to making those episodes because he went in for the first 2 seasons and then went in to Zeo. It was Zeo Red.
Yes.
And then he went to Turbo and then he did
left.
The movie in the midst of all that.
Nice.
Yeah, and then he left.
Well, I got a question for you. Did he do Zeo while they were Turbo, or was he already doing the Power Rangers movie? Did he do Zeo while they were in Turbo, or did he do or was he already Zeo when he was doing Zeo, and then they just went to Turbo?
No, I think he was already. Go ahead.
If anybody knows, we'd appreciate it.
No, I think let's put it this way: the first 2 seasons were the Mighty Morphin. So Mighty Morphin for sure. They end up doing a movie at the end of it. Then came in the midst to doing the next season of the episodes of Zeo. So now he does Zeo, and then Turbo comes around, and before they start off with that, that's why they end up doing the movie too.
Oh, because he was a White Ranger in the movie against.
Exactly.
I remember.
So he comes in and does the Turbo. So another member doing 2 movies with the seasons. Yeah. Like he had a wonderful connection with Saban at that time. Yeah, to be somebody like that. Oh. And you guys see on the screen, we're actually going to share a quick pic over there because Kent's looking around. But we want to share that screen right there, you guys. By far, one of the coolest moments at Comic-Con convention that we ever had. On the left over there, everybody, we had Jason David Frank. He was, the line was taking forever. He saw that one of our nephews over there, the barbershop in the Green Ranger outfit over there, Alex Garcia, his son, his his Tyrannosaurus Rex deflated because it ran out of batteries. So by the time they got to Jason David Frank, he's like, I'm so sorry you guys had to wait that long. But don't worry about it. I'm going to give you another picture, blah, blah, blah. Took a picture of that on his phone, signed this Green Ranger helmet for him just because he waited that long for him. He felt that bad.
Nice.
And then
That's
he took
amazing.
it, then we took it. We came right after that, and he took a picture of me
And the
my
thing I
son,
like
too.
about that is that when he was taking that picture, I was at the sideline.
Yeah, you
He
said somewhere
turns,
else.
Yeah.
And then Alex just kept looking at you like, hey, you're like, huh?
No, 'cause I was like,
You're little, huh? Look.
No, I looked at him like I didn't pay for it. I don't want to go into something I didn't pay for.
Facts.
And Jason David Frank is like, is the Riddler with you guys from what you told me?
Yeah, I thought he said question mark at first. He's like, is that question mark guy with you guys? Or I didn't know he said the Riddler. I swear you're not. I thought he said question mark guy.
He's like, he actually said, is the Riddler with y'all?
Gotcha.
And when y'all said, yeah, he's like, get in here, man. Get in the picture.
Yep.
That is the respect I have for JDF because I believe he's the first Ranger to do Comic Cons. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I remember he's the one that started it for the Power Rangers to be part of it.
I would have to say at least the one that made it relevant.
Yes.
At that, especially for sure when it came to relevancy.
And
I would have to say so.
The one thing I respect and love so much about JDF is that when he came out to like every Comic Con he goes to, he stands on a chair saying there's a lot of people who can't afford to pay for a picture with me. Grabs his phone, turns around, and tells everybody, hey, look over here. We're going to get a selfie and come, and add me to the picture.
Yeah.
And so he takes a selfie with all the fans who can't afford to be on and to take a picture with them or get an autograph.
Right.
And that's one of the best things I've seen from JDF. He did it twice already for me.
Hey, he's all. It was fantastic.
That's why we went to our first Comic Con.
To be honest, yes, that's exactly the reason why I went to the very first Comic Con with the rest of the rejects over there because he was gonna be there. I wanted to see him, and I'm not gonna lie. I know Alex gives me a lot of grief on it, like he always does. But I geeked the hell out when I got up to the line to ask JDF a question. I was like, oh my God, JDF! Oh my God, I can't believe it! I'm not gonna lie. I do not care. I don't care if y'all judge me or not, but I was like screaming like white chicks. I'm like, oh my God! With my hands on the side and everything. Like, who would you guys want to see wrestle? Okay? Like, who do you want to see fight with each other? You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
And you gotta wait for the show. He said.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I asked him because he was doing the Bat in the Sun versus whatever.
He just got done fighting Scorpion.
Ryu. Oh yeah, Scorpion, because he didn't do the Ryu just yet. The Green Ranger versus
and
Ryu.
You're like, so you just fought Scorpion. Who is next? Like, are we gonna see the Green Ranger soon?
And then he's like, "Who do you want me to fight next?"
Jesus Garcia asked you, "Did you faint?"
I was damn near fading. Yeah, I would have to agree. I did. Yes,
his knees. Go ahead.
I did. I swear you're not. The words was really hard to come together in the sentence. I was like, who did you want to see in the match together? And in my head, I'm like, I waited in line the whole time to ask a question. I gotta ask that stupid question. Like, come on, you ask that to your freaking idol? Like, oh hell,
it's better than just.
I think our friend Ken, our producer, said.
Oh man, it was.
So that's why you see the spot in the picture. That makes sense.
I was sweating, man. I was damn near sweating. I was swearing not. It was crazy. But it was badass to listen to him, to sit there during Comic-Con conventions and to see him do that. It's just. It made Comic-Con conventions come on board to make it relevant of Comic-Cons. I don't think it really made mainstream for a lot of cosplayers in general to do such a thing until the amount of work that he was putting in at those Comic-Cons.
And especially this one. This one, I remember he posted it online. I'm going to be in Chicago. He wasn't planning on being there.
No.
He comes to Chicago and he writes, hey, guys, I'm coming to Chicago. I just got to prove something to the owner of this Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And the proof was he wanted to show everybody that, he does have a pretty epic fan base.
Yes.
And when he get there, dude, the line
is so long.
Yeah.
It's so long compared to the other freaking celebrities.
Yeah.
Dude that played Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy was there at the same Comic-Con. Now, you would think he's on the big screen and movie screens, consistently in the MCU and whatnot.
And his picture has Yondu on it.
All over.
And
you would think that his line would probably be longer than a guy who hasn't played this character for so long and here and there on YouTube every so often. but yet freaking JDF's line is as big as freaking Monday morning on Popeyes or
It was
something.
like
I don't
nearly
know.
2 hours when it
You mean Monday morning at Starbucks?
Sorry, my bad. Oh
Cause
yeah,
we got
yeah. There you go.
I got there
Starbucks.
like what? We got there at 10 in the morning.
Huh?
We got there at 10 in the morning when you
Yeah,
guys got in
yes.
line.
Wow.
Yep.
It's 10 in the morning. They're in line.
That's dedication.
And I look at him and Alex and them. I'm like, I didn't pay. I don't have money to pay.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk around and say hi to people and everything. I'll be back.
Yep.
I come back. They're still like they barely moved an inch, like around 1.
Correct. Exactly.
By 2 o'clock, they're already finally taking a picture of JDF like around 2 or 3 ish.
Mhm.
And it's
Indeed.
like, dang.
It's wild. It was a wild experience the last couple of years, and to see him on there and have conversations with the guy made it even made it cooler. I think that's one of the cool things. And the saddest thing is, he's leaving his. I think the one person I think that really hit the most is Jenna, and I really feel bad for her right now because, I don't want to touch too much onto it, but there's going to be a lot of conspiracy theories, people, right now at this point.
Oh,
on-
probably already
on-
going crazy.
Thank
making
you.
their
On
stories.
the stories about the occurrence of how it happened or whatever case to be. And I feel bad for Jenna herself just because she has to go out there and defend her mother. She has to go out and
On the midst of everything because now that her dad died, now she has to prove that,
Oh,
she has to defend her mom,
yeah,
saying, my mom is not what you guys think she is.
exactly.
And, I don't want to touch much into it because right now is not the moment. But
Right.
you don't know who a person is until they show their true colors.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And it's a sad situation for her because the last couple of years they've been at the hip with each other, traveling together in the world, doing movies together.
She's going to be in the Power Rangers.
She's going to be in the Legend of the White Dragon. She's also going to be in the Power Rangers. I think the 30th or something like that invention.
She was going to be like the new Red Ranger or something like that.
Something like that. And it's all that type of stuff. It's sad for her to have to go through all that this process, to just mourn for her dad, and just the amount of support that she sees on social media from her fans on this case scenario. And it's just feel the love that we can give, and hopefully it can at least help just alleviate the stress that you go to.
And I think he has 2 other kids, doesn't he?
Yeah, 2 other kids from his first marriage. I think it was a boy and a girl. They're probably in the 30s, I want to say.
So you don't know what they're going through. Also,
That too.
they just lost their dad, and you never know what their relationship with him was like.
Yeah, and then I think it really hit all of us too. Is just the fact of how it happened, the way we heard it. Break news, and JDF passes away, and then death by suicide.
right.
That was a little rough there. I didn't really appreciate all that.
Ken
Yeah.
Jones says, so what do they do now? Write the Green Ranger out? Or does someone step up to wear the green?
Oh, that's a good question. At this point right now, it's a big shoe to fill. It's a big shoe to fill.
They kind of did it with Trini though when the Yellow Ranger passed away.
Don't be surprised if his daughter is the one that kind of takes over that spot.
If she does,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. And if she does,
It'd be
it's
a
gonna be fantastic.
good. Actually, that's a good transition. Since she's gonna be the Red Ranger, probably take her power away
Mhm.
and present her with her dad's morpher, like make her become Tommy Oliver's daughter.
Kind of like the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Carry it on to the next person who's feels, I guess you would say, up for the task,
Mm-hmm.
and then she'll take it on to it. That's fine with me. That'd be a great dope to see. That'd
Oh,
be great.
so-
Danny, do it.
Yeah, Danny do it. Unfortunately, he's not here with us today in the studio, but he just basically
That's
commented
dope.
that's dope. In other words, a setup. Thank you, Danny.
Oh,
We appreciate it.
yes.
We love you. We
Thank you,
miss you,
Danny
buddy.
D.
Yeah, it was fantastic, man. It's a good setup here. But that's our thing. To kind of see how they kind of carry on from there, and I think they're really it's weird that it happened this month too, because while we're looking at how the people that passed, what was it, on the 15th
I think so.
is where his mother passed away,
Yeah, his mom passed away on the 15th.
just on the 15th.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, I think that's
he passes.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I
Well,
think that's
she-
something that we kind of always put on the show here, is always mental health, everybody.
Mhm.
Mental health, especially with a lot of us men, women, especially, things that people ought to go through.
Yeah.
It's always that, need to have a conversation with somebody to kind of help guide that thought process somewhere else. And it's rough. And he came out with a little bit of something. I actually thought about that too. He did a little skit thing called In My Head. If you guys get a chance to look at that on YouTube, everybody, it's called In My Head from JDF. And it was a lot of talking about his many different personalities, you would say. even men,
like a multiple personality disorder type of thing, or
type of thing,
Oh.
in a sense. And it's like, he really kind of did a little special there, and it was actually pretty impactful, very impactful.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's one thing with mental health. There's a lot of videos that are the last videos that he did for social media, whatnot, and it's all about the same process, to where it's like, guys, live your life, love, people, be happy with yourself before you can move on, and have your passion to keep going forward, and all this kind of stuff. Like all these good words to say to somebody who would be in the rut, right?
Yeah.
And then to hear that, and then what we see is the reason why he passes, just goes to show, like, anybody, it can happen to anybody.
It's tough, not just for you. It's tough for anyone else in the world.
Mhm.
Everyone else has it just as stressful, maybe even worse. It could be even worse for those that, I always like to think that way. Optimistic could always be worse.
Yeah.
Could always be more harder. Could always be darker. Could always be, it could always be worse in a nutshell.
Someone who's been going through this battle for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
All I want to say is, you don't know somebody's situation until you put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
Just because you have had a harder time than them in life,
Mm-hmm.
don't sit there and say, "Oh, you have nothing." Like,
Yeah.
I can tell you that, like, I could probably say it as a motivational thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just understand, like, I've been through this, and this is how I can help you.
Yeah.
But the same thing, though, it's difficult for you to sometimes, for some people, to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And all I could say is, honestly, is just that if you have to talk to somebody, talk to them.
Yeah.
If you're afraid to I'm currently going through therapy myself, I'm letting out a lot of demons right now, but I'm going to therapy myself, and you know what? It was difficult for me to seek therapy,
Mm-hmm.
because again, you just don't know.
Right.
You don't know how people are going to react. You don't know when people find out, like, their look or their face or whatever it is. At the same time, don't be afraid to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your own family doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Health insurance covers it. If you don't have health insurance, see if you can talk to your local free places.
Oh.
You work for the county. You know that there's probably some psychological services out there for the county.
Crisis line. Yeah,
Mhm.
I got that on social media, on over there. If you guys can, on Instagram. They also
And again, right now, like during the holidays, it's the
yeah.
toughest time.
yeah.
And again, there's been a lot of times where I go down a dark path and around, the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever, and it's difficult. But at the same time, just know that if you need to talk to somebody, dial 988.
Yes.
That they will definitely talk to you. As a suicide hotline. They will talk to you in any shape or form that they can.
That's true.
And again, producer D just said during this time, if you need to talk with someone about anything, you can just dial 988. Because sometimes, you know what, you don't want your family to find out the skeletons in your closet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a privacy part
And
too.
at this point, when you speak to I feel personally, when you speak to someone else that doesn't know your situation, doesn't know your life,
Mm-hmm.
you can literally let out everything. And it's like, this is their profession. This is what they do for a
Right.
living.
Yeah.
So
And
they
it's-
can't judge me.
Exactly. I think that's what a lot of us people, kind of get scared for, like, feel the judgment coming on us when we're speaking out, expressing ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to sit here and talk my talk and explain how I'm feeling mentally, because I'm not gonna sit here and I don't want to appreciate a look that this person may give me or
Side
whatnot.
eye or
All this kind of stuff. And you know what I mean?
Frowny face.
And you got to reach out. I mean, regardless, someone has to talk. And I think you guys we've all deal with our demons, especially myself. Last couple of weeks been a little hard, a little rough on my end too as well. I got to speak up a little bit. I got to express with my brothers and share some things and talk and say, hey, I'm going through some stuff, everybody. I just need a little moment, need some space. But even then, if I come to talk, I want to talk. And then if I express myself, it is what it is. And it's sometimes you just need to talk it out to kind of relieve that stress, that pressure that's on the shoulders.
Yeah.
That's so much burden of heaviness that's on it.
And it feels, once it's off your chest, it feels, you just feel the weight being lifted off. You feel like you can breathe. You feel almost at a calm, you know what I'm saying? When you don't let these things out, you get agitated, you're short-tempered, or you're upset, or people some women just abruptly cry, or kids, even when they're stressed, they act out.
Right.
Everyone has their own, relief of it, but it is better just to talk it out, sit down. Anybody or professional, preferably professional, I would say. I mean, it's like you said, it's a profession. I guess you were saying it's, they get paid to do this. It's correct. And it's not like they're being forced. They're in a nutshell, they're enjoying helping you. You know what I'm saying? They get a satisfaction of helping you. It's not like your family won't, but it's it'll put you at ease.
I agree. It does. It really does. And to speak on that 988 call chat, they also have a lifeline, you guys, just in case you need to look on there. It's 988lifeline.org. That's their website, in case you guys have some questions on there about that too as well. But that's also something they're sharing because due to what occurred with this JDF. I mean, it hit a lot of people. Let's put it this way. It hit a lot of people. And it was shockingly to see the amount of stuff that went through social media, people doing tributes and everything like that. Tomorrow, Batten's son is actually doing a tribute to JDF. Yes, tomorrow at 10:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning.
I think 10 in the morning.
Something
I
like
remember SG3 showed me a TikTok video of multiple people playing the
Green
the
Ranger flute.
And everyone, you could see people saluting, people crying.
Right.
It just the impact that JDF had on everyone in total, because just as we mentioned it before, all of us were like barely kids. I was like 8 years old when Power Rangers started. So
all I know is
I
these
grew
guys
up
were kicking butt on TV. I wasn't young enough to understand. Like, I just know they were
right, exactly.
We got one more comment. Kent Jones. I enjoyed the therapy that I did. It opened my eyes to a lot, who I am and why I am. There are therapists out there that do not change, so please don't let money be. Oh, excuse me, the charge. I'm so sorry. There are therapists out there that do not charge. There you go, correction. So please don't let money be the reason to not work through things.
That's true. Yes, that's facts. Don't let that be a burden, because that's always a big burden. A lot of people, is money. There's always revenues, outcome. It's their income that comes in and say, how much is it going to cost me? Am I going to really go out there do all this? It's the same thing why they don't go to doctors or something like that. It's always that type of issue that comes in through the mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be the case when there's a lot of resources out there that a lot of people may not know, that other people may know. But it's always the reason why we say have a conversation with someone.
There's a thing from a song I like called "Lean on Me" from Dale. What is I believe his name is?
Song.
Great song.
Yep.
And you say like, call on the brother if you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. You might just have a problem that someone understands, and that's probably one of my favorite lines and one of my favorite lyrics in a song individually, because it makes sense that everybody has a problem. Everybody's facing something in life. We never know who they are. This is what Arturo, my brother, told me, is that we all don't know what demon someone's facing.
Yep.
You should, and that's how, like, the way you treat somebody within the day, you never know if that person at work who works at a store or works at Burger King, or even if they give you like a bad service, you never know what they're going through.
Right.
And you can't go up to them and be like, hey man, you're effing this and effing that because you're serving me bad and blah blah.
Yeah.
I think the best way to treat them is be like, hey, I'm sorry, apologize, be nice to them, because you would want them to treat you the same way.
I agree. It's the same. Treat everyone else the same as you want to be treated on. And that's actually one of the things about JDF that really impactful us the most, that he treated us like he would want us to treat him.
Absolutely.
All the single time you have a conversation with him, you meet in the public, that's the case. It's just gonna suck now. Comic-Cons I think is gonna be really kind of quiet. And I really think that a lot of Comic-Cons are going to show a lot of tributes.
And I do want to believe it. I have a feeling the Comic-Con that's going to be next for us in Chicago and so forth, you are going to see a lot of Power Ranger cosplays. And Batman too, because of Kevin Conroy.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of Batman as well.
Yep.
So I can't wait, man. I want to see who dresses up like Lord Dracon, or who does
I want to see Lord Dracon. I'm not going to lie. The crazy thing is that when he came back and did that Lord Dracon, the whole skit of Shattered Grids, that was by far the coolest idea to do with Rangers.
You were hoping he would make a full movie based on it.
I'm not gonna lie, yes.
That would be
and
thank you. That would have been the movie to make in the first place. Is jumpstart with everything. Yeah. Come back and do a Lord Drake on him. Come have him be the bad guy against the rest of the new Rangers that's come on board.
And then he has to actually face Tommy himself. Like, he has to face his own self from a different world that actually didn't turn evil.
That's the what's it called? End credit scene. Oh, there's more of me out there, and then you see Tommy himself coming with his fake long hair with Amy Jo Johnson, throwing the ball or something like that.
Why is his hair gonna be fake?
Because it is, man. I got that picture to prove it. No, that's not the thing, man. Like, the picture of him next to Amy Jo Johnson is like super fake. Like, he looked bald headed. I didn't understand why they made him do that. I don't think he liked it in the first place. But you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. He had natural born, beautiful long hair. Then all of a sudden, you know, things happen. You get older, whatever. And then in the new movie, they make him go bald headed or some, with the slick, fake long hair. Didn't look right, but whatever.
The greaser look.
Yeah. The little thing look. Oh, let's speaking about that too. That should have happened. I'm saying that right now before anybody. That's CM Punk versus freaking. Yeah, it's not time yet. Well, hold on, we got time. Just before we jump on that.
Right.
But that JDF versus CM Punk should have happened. That by far is a fantasy matchup that should have happened. Yeah, CM Punk. What now that we know, we saw him in UFC, didn't go nowhere. But it would have made money.
I think CM Punk versus JDF would have been more better as a wrestling match because JDF would have been able to utilize his martial arts and moves. We've seen what like Ronda Rousey does.
Yeah.
And JDF, being who JDF is, would have known how, Logan Paul. JDF, I believe in my mind, would have actually dedicated months to crafting pretty wrestling match.
That would have been nice.
And that's the problem with Punk is Punk.
At this point, though, I don't think he wanted a wrestling fight.
No, he wanted to fight.
Oh, he
him.
did. He has
posted. Beef, I think
he posted to CM Punk various times before that happened. Like WrestleMania was coming up. He's like, the summer of Punk was heating. He's like, Punk, you want a big match?
Yeah.
Let me face you at WrestleMania.
Facts.
He was calling him out for WrestleMania match.
Something.
All right, guys, let's get on with the rest of the show. I want to dedicate the rest of the show to Mr. JDF. Here on the Reject Rundown. We got to get on to our nit and gritty when it comes to our sports.
Before you do, though, you forgot to mention his brother.
Oh, the brother. Well, yeah.
He also passed away in 2001, and he was actually going to be the original Gold Ranger.
Oh, that would have been nice.
That would have been sick.
He was playing for it. May they rest in peace. So right now it's him, his brother, his mother passing away.
Wow.
Now also too, don't forget Legend of the White Dragon, the last project of Mr. JDF that's coming out, that should be coming out in the year 2023, next year, still in the development, in the last production, in the post-production process with Bad and Son. And that's going to be this last movie, and I think that's going to hit a lot of streams.
Oh, yeah. I think if it comes to theater, it's going to be packed.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was a betting man, I would be. If I owned a movie theater, I would be betting to sit there and get the rights, not the rights, but at least some percentage into
to be able to distribute it.
Yes, for sure. Because a lot of people are gonna want to see that on the big screen. It being his last movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and all the people that were in there. Come on now, that's something needs to be said. But if you guys see here on the board, everybody on the table, it is all the helmets representing the JDF. Not all of them. We don't have the black. We don't have the reds. That's fine because, to be honest, this is where it started and how it ended. So we appreciate everything on here. Mr. Alex Garcia basically shared this whole little setup for us. These are all his. He got it signed like we said for him. This is all due to Mr. Alex Garcia. We appreciate this for doing this for the show and the representing, doing the memorial for Mr. JDF. Old man, grab that dragon flute so we can jump to the next, do the promotion.
Which one do I have to press?
You press the middle.
All right, here we go, everybody.
We thank you, Mr. JDF. That's good.
You got to do it the right way,
Gotta do it twice.
All right. Silly. Now let's go switching over to, how's the other one go?
What?
Where's the other one at? Is it this one?
I don't know.
Well, you got it right the first time. Okay.
That's because I've been watching it for such a long time.
That's right. That's good. Now we got to get on to the show. Alex Garcia again on Booksy. Make sure you guys post over there. We appreciate all you guys. Get your haircut over there because I need to schedule my appointment next.
I have mine for December 17th.
There you go. But he's the one that donated his helmets in case you guys want to ask. He's the one that did that for us for here at the Reject Run. Now we appreciate all of y'all. But let's get into some NFL talk.
By the way, though, we got a comment already from Jessica Garcia. Garcia says, "Yo, the Eagles are cheese grinding the hell out of the Pat girl."
Dang, walking into NFL like that, huh, Jesse?
Way to bring us into it.
That's why I had to
bring it in, Jesse.
That's how we walk in, man.
Very good. Now, Week 13 NFL picks we're going to be doing next, but Week 12 results. Do we know?
No, because you didn't bring them, so I don't know. So we're going to have to do that next week. But Week 11, though, unfortunately for Zach the Mac, he did not win.
Yeah.
He lost.
For the fans that love me out there, all the loving fans, I was
Well,
J
here, let's
close.
go through the
J
list.
close.
We got the week 12. We got the picks. So Giants. We didn't know. We don't know who picked who.
That's what I'm
That's
trying
what
to
I'm talking about. Got it. Okay, never mind. Let's
Tony
leave
the
it
Butcher
alone.
strikes
Let me
again.
alone. Let me alone.
Tony the Butcher.
Let me alone.
But,
Golly.
patronize-
Whatever, guys. Whatever. Anyways, week 13 picks. We gotta see who's.
I'll
gonna
tell you
get
one
there.
thing, though.
Huh?
If on week 12 you had Tampa Bay or the Packers, just let you know I didn't have any of those two on my list.
Well, I had Tampa Bay.
That's because
Did we
you
win?
suck.
No, we lost.
I can't even remember. I just know
Damn,
the fact
Tampa
that
Bay
we-
lost. I know.
They
I
If
know
we
did.
week
did.
11 though he was one win away, and unfortunately Arizona brought in their backup quarterback because Kyle Murray decided to play Call of Duty.
He was
more.
playing Call of Duty. He was definitely
So
playing Call.
week 11, the co-champion one more time.
Yeah, we did do the Buccaneers and the Browns. I had the Buccaneers.
They went in
I think
overtime,
all-
too.
Yeah, I think all y'all got the Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys suck.
Dang, look at that.
Hey,
Whatever,
the
that's one.
week, man.
And then the Cowboys and the Giants. I don't know who picked that one, but I have a
I
good feeling I
picked,
picked the Cowboys.
I think I went with the
we all went
Giants.
Cowboys.
I think we all went Cowboys.
Now,
actually.
speaking about that, though, did you guys know? Because I saw this on social media that
Get us.
during the Thanksgiving week of the game, the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys ranks the most watched regular season game on any network with with 42 million viewers.
Cowboys and who?
Cowboys, the Giants and the Cowboys.
I
Oh,
can
for
see why
Thanksgiving.
though. I can see
Yeah.
why, though.
42 million viewers.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude,
I would
told
see
you.
why too,
That's the reason
because
why I picked it.
there's a freaking like
Yeah.
who
It
would
was a
have
good
thought both teams would be at one of the top
Tied.
two teams?
It was 7-3 at the time.
Yes.
7-3. The both were-
And
Not
then-
even
and
that,
then the
not just
Cowboys
that.
just
That
do it.
conference itself, it's the NFC East, right?
Yeah.
NFC East conference. Just alone, all four teams. If what's it called? The rankings stop today for the playoffs. All four teams will be in the playoffs.
No,
Wait, I
Based on the
got a-
record.
no.
I got an
The
important
Commanders will not be
question.
in there, still in
Why
the
not?
hunt because the Seahawks won today. Oh, excuse me, the Seahawks lost. I think they're in now because of the Seahawks
You
losing.
see what I mean?
I have an important question to ask one of our viewers named Jesse Garcia.
Mm.
Jesse, since you were off on Thanksgiving, how did it feel to watch the Cowboys and the Giants play that day?
He's not happy because he's an Eagle fan, plain and simple.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind, Jesse. Never mind.
He said, oh,
he's like, really? We're gonna have this
And
conversation?
you not know your friend, golly.
Doesn't
man,
look
you
like I know any of y'all.
Do it. Do the wah wah wah. Or the flush. Oh, ridiculous, man. Horrible. Anyway, all right, let's get these picks in because we got the Bills at the Patriots, Jets at the Vikings, Titans at the Eagles, Commanders at the Giants, and the Chiefs at the Bengals, with honorable mentions of Dolphins at the 49ers.
So excuse me one more quick second. Jessica, she right away responded to him.
That's-
Yeah, just him.
He says, "Them trash boys and the White Queens won. That sucked."
Thank you, Jesse. I knew. But at least you got to watch football.
All right, so who we got? We got the
All
Bills. Bills at the Patriots. Who you got there? Zach the Mac?
I have the Bills.
I have the Bills.
I do have the Bills. Yes.
Okay, Zach the
definitely.
Mac got the Bills. All right, what you got there, old man?
You know what? Because Zach the Mac knows what he's doing. I got to follow Zach the Mac. I'm going to go with the Bills.
Jeez, Trips. What do you got there over
I'm
there?
gonna go Bills. Unfortunately,
Golly,
I got
man,
the
everybody's
Chiefs
going
in
Bills too, man. I'm going Bills too. Jeez, and Tripes.
All right, Tony the Kid, Jets, Vikings. Who you got?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they look good against the Bears, but whatever.
And the
All
backup quarterback. Don't forget that.
right. Yeah. I'll go with the Vikings. Yeah.
True.
I'll go with the Vikings.
Man,
White Queens.
White Queens. All right, hey Jessica, that's for you. Jesse plays the Bills.
That's right, Jesse.
There you go. Oh, Jesse's gonna get into this now?
Yeah,
All right,
let's
cool.
do it.
All right.
All right, Jesse.
The Jets at the Vikings. Who you got there, Zach the Mac?
Jets or Vikings?
I'll take the Vikings.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll take the White Queens. White Queens.
So we're so sorry there, G Money, because guess what? Your Vikings now are gonna be Vikings now.
Vikings.
From here on out to this day, thank you much, Jesse, over there, because every time we see G Money, it's gonna be like, hey man, how's your Vikings doing over there?
I'm going for G Money's team. I know you haven't asked me yet, but write me
Alright.
down for it.
All right, put
Right.
you down there, mark you down. What do you got there?
Jesse's got the Vikings as well.
Yeah, put Jesse down over there.
What do you got, SG3?
Jets, Jets.
What the heck?
Gosh darn Jets.
Getting no Jets. All right, there. Titans at the Eagles there, SG3. Where you going?
Give me Eagles, man.
Eagles?
Yeah.
Why?
Man, they only got one loss.
Didn't the Titans lose today to the Bengals?
Oh,
Okay,
did
cool.
they?
I say no.
They did?
With an out Joe Mixon.
I think they
With an
lost.
out Joe
Did
Mixon. Yeah, with their
Really?
primary running back out. Yeah, they won
Oh wow.
20-16.
I'm picking the Titans.
True. What do you got there? What do you got there, old man?
I think if Jesse went with the Titans, man, I'm gonna have to go with the Titans too.
What the heck, old man?
Oh, good.
Hey,
All
All
man.
for me.
Old man going to Titans. Who we got there? Zach the Mac.
Eagles.
You want Eagles?
Eagles.
Yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I go with Eagles
I
too.
have no voice.
I go with Eagles too. All right, Commanders at the Giants there. SG3.
Commanders,
You going Commanders at the Giants?
bro. They're starting to say, listen. The funny
That's a
thing about
division. That's a division.
here's the thing though about the Commanders. Everyone makes fun of them in the beginning of the season, and then when they start balling out, everybody's quiet.
One can say they start to.
I mean, they're
command
quietly
the league.
balling out though. I don't know if it's a real. I think really-
Also, don't forget. Let me ask you.
I love the Eagles, but I don't think they can stop King Henry.
King Henry.
So, hold on.
running back.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and ask you just one question.
Yeah.
Who was the Eagles when they lost to? Oh,
I don't know.
ain't that a conversation?
Who? Against Commanders?
It's the Commanders.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, that's a good point.
They gotta change their name. I'm sorry. I can't just keep calling the Commanders.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, man.
They're
But
in
who-
the midst of selling, man. Let them figure out
They,
who's gonna
yeah,
own them.
please,
then-
and whoever sells it, whoever they do sell it, whoever's the buyer, please change the name because Commanders.
I don't know,
The
man.
kid's
If
like,
I
"What
make
is
a lot of
his
money
name?"
one day,
All right, it's like saying the soldiers. Like what? Anyways, all right, Zach the Mac, who you got there?
I'm gonna go with the Giants.
All right,
I think the
Giants has got the Giants too.
all right, who you got there, old man?
I'm gonna go with the man.
Oh man,
I'll probably go with Zach the Mac again. Giants.
Thank
Smart
the
man.
Lord.
Smart man.
That's why you lost last week.
Hey, by one.
I
By
mean,
one quarterback.
I'm
But
actually gonna go
remind them, we did tie.
I'm going
Right.
with the Giants too as well.
I'm all alone. All right, cool.
I'm not even gonna bother asking you SG3
Nah, you
this
know
next
what,
one because you already gonna go whatever that
Give me
weird
the Bengals
thing.
on
Huh?
that one. Give me the Bengals.
You gonna take the bet?
What?
Chiefs or the Bengals?
Yeah,
Dang.
take the Bengals.
You're just jinxing this pick over here now.
No,
Now I'm
not.
worried about picking. Golly.
You
Just taking the
confidently
Chiefs.
think?
Yeah, I'm confident.
Okay. The
All right, Bengals?
The Bengals.
Bengals?
Don't forget they came back from a 35.
You're doing this on purpose. Not gonna go with the Chiefs, man. I'm going with the Chiefs for some reason.
I feel like
don't
it
know.
was a reverse
Yeah.
psychology type of
I
maneuver.
don't know
that's
the fact
what
that
I'm- Yeah, you got-
pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, you got me to
Oh.
pick the Chiefs, man. I gotta pick the Chiefs. What the hell? Anyways,
Are
Zach
you-
the Mac,
are
what
you
you
gonna wear
got
my
there?
Patrick
I'm
Mahomes
definitely
jersey?
going. I'm definitely going with the Chiefs.
All right, Zach the Mac, going with the Chiefs. All right, who you got there, old man?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
You-
I'm following Zach the Mac's stats, man. We're gonna win
I
this.
think
All right,
I think
even
the
if we
comment
tie.
that Jesse said
What did
about,
Jesse say?
about them going back to the Redskins. is
I'm
pretty
taking the
funny.
Chiefs. I'm taking the cheese
he's like-
heads over the Birds.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
That's good. All right, now, anyways, Dolphins at the 49ers. Honorable mentions. I'm going with the Niners.
Let me phone a friend real quick. Jesse, who do you got, man? I need help.
Yeah, somewhere-
Dolphins or the Niners?
He said, phone a friend.
This ain't freaking what is it? Who wants to be a millionaire?
Hey, man, if I tie, I need a winning
All right,
team.
Zach, who you got there?
I'll go with the 49ers. Yeah. I like a part of me, like a whole left side of me wants to say Dolphins, but
I
I'll
don't
take
know,
the
man.
49ers. I'll take the 49ers.
I think they got Bosa up there. You got freaking who's the middle linebacker in there, man?
Who,
54.
Dolphins?
54.
Dolphins?
All
right, all right.
I mean, they got Hill, one of the greatest fastest.
Yeah, I don't know. Who you got?
Receivers.
Well, my
Okay.
phone a friend just answered. I got Dolphins.
Got-
Okay.
All right.
That's
Who
how
you
we
got
do
there?
it now.
SG3.
Fins.
Got the Fins.
Dirty Fins.
All right.
Dirty fins.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, brother. Appreciate
All
it.
right. Sounds good. That's our picks. That's our picks here. The reject rundown. Let's see who wins next week.
It's
And
not even-
also,
it's
huh?
me.
What?
So don't even question.
No,
it.
how's none of your question when you barely won a couple this season?
I
Okay,
do hope the Chiefs win.
I won a
just so
couple.
you-
You won a
was
couple.
I was weeks champion while you were still in the
When?
Beach spot.
look, man, that was a blank week. That was
No.
missed, just because we're like missing
one
two
while you
people.
were still over here. Like I can't figure out what to do here.
No.
I did
brother.
one a few.
No, brother. No,
You won
brother.
with the tie.
Yeah, no, brother.
I
Yeah,
won
you
before that,
yeah,
too.
look.
With the tie.
Now, we got to get into the conversation that we didn't get to last week about these freaking refs.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know
I
what?
want-
Hold on, wait. I have one today
Uh-huh.
that happened
Okay. You got a little discrepancy with a ref today, huh?
today.
Okay.
Today.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
I'm watching with my pops. I'm watching the Las Vegas Raiders
Uh-huh.
versus the
Raiders
Seattle
and Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yep.
versus the Seasquawks.
Yeah.
So as I'm watching the game with over 2 minutes left, Josh Jacobs fumbles the ball. His knee never touches the ground. Pete Carroll, the coach of the Seahawks, challenges the play. The ref says, this is not reviewable. Why was it not reviewable?
Why? Yeah, why?
They never said why. They just said it's not reviewable. It wasn't under 2 minutes. He still had a challenge, but yet they didn't even look at it.
So it just wasn't. That was it.
They just turned the page. They just turned the page and not even give any explanation why.
Nothing. Yeah, just turn the page and kept going.
And yet, what the heck is happening this season with these fucking refs?
And then something happened to the Seahawks. I think there was an interception. I forgot the play. There was like an interception or something. Oh, it was. I think it was Devontae Adams or one of the wide receivers catches the ball. No, Metcalf catches the ball, and as he catches the ball, he rolls out. Possession was in the field the whole time until he rolls out. Then the ball comes out. When Metcalf comes out, that's when the ball comes out. And the ref said, we're going to review this play. And because of that, the play doesn't stand. Even though you clearly see the fact that he had possession the whole way through. Let's talk about Thursday. Yeah. A lot of Patriots fans are mad about what happened to them when there was a touchdown. There was a complete touchdown. And the ref said, no, it doesn't count. But yet the guy had the same possession as Wells Walker did in the Super Bowl against the Falcons. Ball was over the line.
We're talking about over when he caught the ball at the end zone and the elbow or something like that.
Yeah, and the ball was over the line.
Right.
The ref said that didn't count.
Oh God.
So Jessica, she disagrees with me. He says, "I smell something funny," and then it's not what the Rock is cooking.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I've been saying that all season long.
That's actually a good one.
All season long. And like we've been talking about this with this whole Chicago Bears stuff that's been happening all this season because they're on our list of so-called winnable games. There at least has to be 3 games on there that should have came to us. Now, I'm not saying it was hands down, we should be undefeated and whatever case would be. But watching our NFL team, okay, in general, for all this past season, there are at least 3 games that counted on the refs to make a proper play that should have been called for, and they never called anything.
Well, same thing happened with what they called for, I think it was last week or so, when Justin Fields got injured.
Yes.
And someone called him out.
That's right. But go ahead. Continue on that. Yes, you're right. Yeah, that's good. That's shifting right into what we're discussing. Go ahead. Finish it.
I read about it that somebody called out the referees for that because they're like, how are you going to protect every other quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah.
But you're not protecting Justin Fields.
Our quarterback. And at that Justin Fields.
Who's getting pretty hard he's been getting hit pretty hard.
He was sliding.
He was getting rocked.
He was sliding in. Sliding in, and it's by law that if anyone touches him as he's sliding down, that it's an automatic flag, regardless if it was just a hand on the body or anything like that. Flag. Yeah, it's touching the quarterback. No. But for some reason, when he slid, 2 other defenders decide to pile on top of him, shoulder to head, and then another body catching onto his legs. You tell me that's justifiable?
By the way, very quickly, I know you're going to be happy. Completely random update, but Aaron Rodgers is listed as questionable to come back against the Eagles.
Thank you, Jesus.
Oh,
thank you, finally, Jesus. Let him go. But yes, go ahead.
Jesse said, you know what the Bears and the Trash have in common? They say what? They use
say what?
You know which one? When you say trash, you know which one you're talking about. Sorry, I had to clean it up because I couldn't read it.
Well, that's the ridiculous thing. And I gotta shed some light onto a platform on here. I'm one to be discussing and versus anybody, but this is what baffles me over there. But there is a podcast that's developing, I guess you would say, or another entity of entertainers. The Kelsey brothers have their own little show. Okay. Yeah. I'm calling you guys out now on the table over here because because their little words of saying that what is it? What was they saying? What was the last time that the referee counting on the referees is a loser's mentality at this time right now?
Who blames the ref?
Yes, basically saying on their show is that they're sick and tired of people calling out the refs, that they should be doing the job, that it was supposed to be a face mask. No, it wasn't, because if the refs didn't call it a face mask, it wasn't a face mask. And
funny how Travis Kelce is the one who says that.
and that's my
Because
problem.
if it wasn't for that,
Thank you.
he would not have a Super Bowl.
And this is what his defense says. His defense is, I'm a victim to that. I've done it before numerous times, and it bothers me. But I just have to kind of turn the page when I need to turn the page. Yes, Mr. Kelce, you did say that. You want to know why you said that? Because you lost. But you want to know why you lost? Is because if they would have called that play on a face mask or something like that, that would have turned the tide and made the momentum go a different direction. Calling plays by referees is their job. They're supposed to do so. And the problem with this social media outlet now is that numerous people can watch, record, replay, stop, and share that on social media and watch what they're doing as far as their job's concerned, which means that they need to do their job twice as better as they're supposed to be doing. Because if not, your face, like we did on that referee call against the Dolphins, where he didn't call a pass interference, is bluntly looking at the defenders
right.
and saying, that's not a call. That's okay. They're just hugging it out, everybody.
No.
And nothing. So it bothers us. It does bother us, but it's just a little discrepancy there they need to fix.
Well, dude, let's go to today. What I said, if the fumble with Josh Jacobs gets reviewed,
the
Seahawks win the game.
Yeah.
Because it was literally under 2 minutes, all 3 timeouts were still had, and the Seahawks would have had the ball.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
That's true.
So again, like I said, there is questions out there.
There's big questions, everybody.
Really?
And we're not going to be the only people that take snip base, take pictures, put on social media or not. There's probably thousands. And
you go to TikTok, for goodness sakes. How many have they?
And the crazy thing, and the crazy thing is now I'm respecting our coach over here, because he's even come out and said on NBC, on Chicago Sports over there, it's basically talking about how they've seen some of the plays that should have been called, and they turn, I guess NFL teams do that. They turn them in the following day or something like that to the NFL refs, to the committee, or whatever case it be, to look over these plays and to see if they should have been changed or done in reverse.
What does it do?
That's the thing. He's like, just letting you guys know. We know what we're doing.
Listen, just plain and simple. If we're going to go back to change to plays that should have been changed or plays that should have stood, we're not going to go that far back.
No.
The Los Angeles Rams versus the New Orleans Saints, when they had Goff as a quarterback, when that was a clearly pass interference, and the rest were like, we didn't see nothing. We didn't see nothing. It was clean.
Yeah.
How many times the players not say, hey, Mr. Goodell, you have the power to change this play.
Yeah.
You have the power to have us replay this game.
Right.
What are we going to do about this?
Exactly.
Silence.
Exactly.
Crickets all across the land until the Super Bowl week. Oh, hey guys, Super Bowl. We're gonna blow this up now.
Freaking.
By the way, now Jesse Garcia also said the seat on the helmet of the Bears was like a toilet seat because everyone takes a poop on the Bears.
Pretty much, man. It's ridiculous. Now, going on to wrestling stuff, because we had an eventful Saturday over there at wrestling.
We actually went and watched at Alex's barbershop.
That is very true. Over there at the barbershop, man. That's why it's a cool place to go and see. So we went over there to see Survivor Series. It's a recap of it. Overall grade, I would have to ask SG3 or man, whichever.
We'll start with SG3.
Good. Overall grade. What'd you guys give it?
B+, A-.
Okay.
So I'll be honest. I've never, as like I told my brother today, I've never watched War Games when it was in WCW. Never watched it on NXT.
Barely.
Yes, it was my first introduction to it. Yep. So when I saw it, I was like completely amazed. Mm-hmm. But yet, what carried it was all the storylines. Was the way that they were going.
Facts.
I was having the conversation with him. The ladies killed it.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
The men. Yes, it was predictable. I'm not going to deny it. It was very predictable what was going to happen. However, though, the storyline within the match, which is what we've been missing for so many years.
Yes.
Really added on.
Facts. Yo, Zach, can you do – what's it say?
Oh, Zach the Mac, he wants you to do a spinneroonie just like Booker T used to do. And shake the head like he was driving against the wind.
I'll just give you one of these. Just like you used to do it.
Yes.
I love the flow. I love the flow. I love the flow shake. I love the flow shake. But yeah, you're right. The Sami Zayn. There you go. Oh, folks. Focus.
There we go.
Oh,
five times.
I'm disappointed until he used to be like.
But you're right. You're right. It was predictable, but the storyline within the match itself was entertaining with the Sami Zayn at the end. that's something you're right. We did miss in the WWE matches. They come with the storyline inside the match to tell us what's going to happen.
I think the swerve also. I think you would have expected Roman Reigns to get the pin.
Yeah. Okay,
And for them to go with I think who is it, Jimmy or Jay?
right.
I think it was Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Right,
For
Jimmy.
Jimmy to get the pin, because Sami Zayn turns Kevin Owens over like, here,
True.
pin him.
Right.
I think that's what makes it more of an explosive impact
Agreed.
because now you have a storyline within a storyline.
Mhm.
You have KO and Sami Zayn soon going to start feuding again. I
Which
was
is
telling
nice.
SG3, you have a potential WrestleMania match between those two guys.
Again. Well, I don't think they did WrestleMania.
They never
match before,
have. You
but
got
this would be
Killmania
nice.
6 right there coming in.
That's
That
a
would be
blow
good.
off the roof type of one. Yep. Okay.
And then you also have within you also had the Brutes.
Yeah.
They're gonna be going after the bloodline too.
Yeah. That's
You
true.
have
They're
probably
coming
the
up.
tag team belts.
They're looking pretty
They
crazy.
look great.
Yeah.
The fact,
Yeah.
you know what? The fact that the bloodline could put a 5-star match against
Yeah.
somebody that's not the New Day. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
And then within the women's division, you had one heck of a War Games match with all these girls, and of course it was okay. But still,
Hey man, she messed up. I'm just telling you
She
right now.
botched it.
Yo,
Yep.
girl
I-
botched it over
I
there.
wasn't there. I
Yeah, she
didn't see
did.
it.
She
I
tried to
wasn't
go.
there.
She tried to do like a headstand on top of the turnbuckle, and she fell. She flipped,
Oh,
and she hit her
yeah.
head on
She
the
was trying to-
turnbuckle.
She was trying to do like the double knees.
Yeah.
She was trying to like go like really like with a lot of impact. But yeah, her left arm gave out like
Yep.
in midair.
damn.
And I don't know if she hurt her thumb or not because during the match, I've noticed her actually grabbing onto her thumb. Like she might have popped it or something.
Jammed it or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
jammed it.
Because she was rubbing on it and moving her hands quite often on the left thumb.
Because she have also heard it after that one splash she did
I
from the
think
top
so.
of the cage.
Nah, I think it was more.
I think it was just
when
at
she
that
did the
moment when
box.
she was trying to do the
Did the
headstand
box?
because it gave out
She
on
did
her.
it. She did it 2 to 3 times, if I don't remember correctly.
Yep.
She did it at least twice for sure. Where she did it once, and then when she did it the second time, she botched it, and
Yeah.
then she tried it again.
Yeah.
No.
So that's gonna be interesting to say the least.
And by
Now,
the way, Jessica Garcia just said this for you. Why he did Sammy? Why did Sammy do KO like that, man?
I didn't even know you're watching this stuff.
hey man, that's kind of like an old man and Jesse life scenario happening there, man.
Oh snaps!
Who's gonna be the Sammy? Who's gonna be the KO? I
Look.
think Jesse, you're gonna be the KO, and I feel like old man's gonna be Sammy.
From what I know, Jesse seems like the guy that will go and try to be part of the bloodline. So yeah, that's right, Jesse. You're the Sammy of the group.
All right. Speaking on that though, too, we had some crazy news with WWE crossing over to New Japan.
Actually,
did get
hold on,
some-
wait. What's your grade? Because he didn't give his grade.
Oh yeah. What is your grade? Oh man, on the
Just
Survivor Series.
because they brought back War Games and it proved to be a good match. The only thing I didn't like is that it's called Survivor Series and we didn't have a Survivor Series type style match in there.
True.
But War Games made up for it. I would have to go with B plus.
I would have to go B+ too. Entertaining matches within very small matches.
Even
Wasn't that many.
the triple threat match between Bobby,
That was entertaining to see
Austin and
Austin Theory
Rollins.
win it and take
Yeah.
the title.
the way
That's-
he did,
Yeah,
that makes more sense because
it
he's
saves
the
all-
weakest between the three.
Yeah, that's true.
He gets speared, Rollins gets speared, dude just lands on him.
Yeah,
Classic way to do it.
I think the one thing they should change out of the War Games though is elimination. I think we're talking about that with Tom. Let me tell you something, brother. Shout out to you over there
Hey,
too as well.
That was a great show. I
Yes.
definitely watched that.
Oh, thank
week.
you.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
That was a
Catch
good
a
show.
But yes,
Yeah.
yeah, you saw my hat. That was
Right.
awesome.
That's right. Good show.
But yes, that's something that he was also saying too on the social media where we're sharing chat box. I mean, I think they should do elimination. I
Yeah.
think everyone goes in, match starts, and then at that point, eliminate the rest one by one. That thing now to
They'll
help,
be adding a new
Layer.
layer to War Games.
and which
and
again
you know-
makes it small of a venue, but it's also impactful. Why within the stories within the matches?
I forgot which video game it was. It was a SmackDown one, SmackDown
Mm-hmm.
versus Raw, or it was WWE 2K one.
Something like
But,
something like that.
Kevin Nash and them had a War Game scenario
Mhm,
inside Hell in a Cell,
mhm.
and you had to eliminate everybody in that match. And I remember it was me and Nash at the end, like this storyline just kept going on.
Mhm.
And of course, at the end, Nash wins and they took over and all that. But I think that's a good way to claim War Games is to have a Survivor Series type style match inside it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what happens there. But like I said, New Japan Wrestling crossover WWE before we leave. That's in the works right now. It's all because of Mr. Luke Gallows. He's still champion, it looks like, over there at New Japan. So he starts to defend it, which is also carrying the name of WWE. So Should be nice. WD is also planning on hosting a grand show in the city of Hyderabad, India, on January 2023. So look out for that, everybody. But other than that, that's all we have for you guys today here at the Reject Rundown. It's me, Tony the Kid. Appreciate you guys for joining us. As we all said, we thank Mr. JDF, a memorial of you. Mr. You rest in peace. And we appreciate all of those that watched in and tuned in today. Like we said, mental health is a very important thing to watch out for. 988, make sure you dial there in case you want to talk to somebody, but also 988 Lifeline.org is the website to go on. Make sure you guys need to chit chat in case you guys want some further info. But thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Love.
All right.